The Department of Agriculture is the government agency responsible for the promotion of agricultural development in the country by providing the policy framework, public investments, and support services needed for domestic and export-oriented business enterprises. From its establishment in 1898 as Department of Agriculture and Manufacturing, it was renamed as Bureau of Agriculture under Department of Interior, Bureau of Agriculture under the Department of Public Instruction, Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Department of Agriculture and Commerce, Ministry of Agriculture, and in 1987, finally named as Department of Agriculture. Year after year, despite the name changes, the department has remained constant with its vision to help and empower the farmers, fisherfolk, and the private sector to produce enough, accessible, and affordable food for every Filipino. The department has now 8 bureaus, 8 attached agencies, and 8 attached corporations. Today, under the leadership of Dr. William Doliente Dar, the New Thinking for Agriculture was introduced. This was anchored on the department's vision. The New Thinking, made up of 8 paradigms, has overarching goals towards a food-secure and resilient Philippines with empowered and prosperous farmers and fisherfolk. The Kadiwa ni Ani at Kita. Kadiwa is a market system which sells major agricultural goods at reasonably low prices to help poor Filipino households and establish a direct link between the farmers, fisherfolk, and the consuming public. The Rice Farmers Financial Assistance Program, or the RFFAP. RFFAP forms part of the immediate intervention set up to cushion rice farmers during the transition phase of the RTL or RA 11203 implementation. The Youth Agri-Entrepreneurship Program. To encourage the young Filipinos to go into the business of agriculture, DA has rolled out financial assistance initiatives that will provide capital for the new generation of agri-entrepreneurs. Through the Capital Access for Young Agripreneurs or KAAYO and the agri-negosyo loan program, new bloods who wish to venture into agri-fishery projects may avail of financial assistance. The Ahon Lahat, Pagkain Sapat kontra sa COVID-19 o Alpas COVID-19. This rolled out immediate interventions for food production and availability, food accessibility and affordability, and food price stabilization in this time of pandemic. Otherwise known as the Plan program, the initiative aims to massively promote urban and community agriculture as one of its interventions to help ensure availability of and access to food nationwide amid the global fight against COVID-19. The Farm and Fisheries Clustering and Consolidation, or F2C2 program. This aims to attain economies of scale and enable more farmers, fishers, and agripreneurs to produce and earn more from their toil. Projects under this program are the Rice Resiliency Project, the Integrated Livestock and Corn Resiliency Project, the Expanded Small Ruminants and Poultry Project, the Corn for Food Project, and the Coconut-Based Diversification Project. The Crops Diversification Program. This intends to provide productivity enhancement for rice farmers seeking to diversify production towards other crops. This is the Department of Agriculture, where we help our farmers and fisher folk achieve masaganang ani at mataas na kita.
Over 7,641 islands, the Philippines is rich in crops, livestock, poultry, and fishery. Through innovations and processing, we can produce globally competitive quality products. As agriculture flourishes domestically and abroad, each region contributes to its continuous growth. The following are the top investment commodities of every region. Known as the gem in the north, Region 1's main crop is rice, which is being cultivated in their lands 2 to 3 times a year, followed by corn and mango. Its champion commodities also include tobacco, fruits, livestock, and other different crops such as garlic, eggplant, mung bean, peanut, and fisheries. Dubbed as the peanut and mango capital of the country, Region 2 is also the top producer of corn, rice, livestock, poultry, and fisheries. The region also have a huge production of legumes and root crops. Also known as the rice granary of the Philippines, Region 3, on the other hand, is also the top producer of onion, sweet potato, and mung bean. Meanwhile, the Southern Tagalog or Calabarzon's poultry, livestock, coconut, coffee, and hog production contribute a large percentage to the region's economic growth. They are also considered as the industrial house of the country. The Mimaropa, where the bounty of harvest meets the goodness of nature, is known as the home of Calamansi King in Oriental Mindoro. Alongside this top commodity, rice, vegetable, poultry, fishery, cashew, corn production also contribute to their economic growth. Pili, pineapple, and gabi are the top growing commodities in Region 5. Bicol region's agricultural production continue to rise internationally with the prevalence of good export activities. Region 6, on the other hand, has coined Mananam as one of its priority investment opportunities. Mananam is an acronym for agricultural commodities such as mango, aquaculture, native chicken, natural fiber, abaca and piña, and muscovado sugar. For aquaculture, the emerging commodities are live grouper, milkfish, oysters, and seaweeds. Meanwhile, Guimaras is a world-renowned producer of sweet mangoes. As we speak of mangoes, Region 7 is also at the top of being the country's dried mango capital. Moreover, their agricultural production is also competitive because of processed seaweeds, coffee and cacao, and native chicken. The Philippines is also the largest exporter of banana in Asia and second largest exporter worldwide. One significant contributor is the Eastern Visayas or Region 8. The region is also frontliner in terms of cacao and jackfruit. Zamboanga Peninsula or Region 9 is known as the rubber capital of the Philippines. Coconut, processed fish, seaweeds, livestock, mango, cacao, and other high-value crops are also among the top investment commodities of the region. Region 10 is a proud banana, coffee, and cacao producer. The region is also blessed with vast aquatic resources. The region, together with all other regions in Mindanao, is considered as food baskets in the country. Number 1 in banana, cacao, and coffee is Region 11. The region is tagged as the banana and durian capital of the Philippines. Aside from these, the region also produces fermented beans, corn, rice, abaca, black pepper, coconut, oil palm, hot chili, cassava, rubber, the third largest producer of mango and leading exporter of durian and pomelo, the king of fruits. Soxargen or Region 12 is the pioneer in organic rice export program in the country. They are also known as a major producer of high-value crops like coffee and rubber. The region also relies on poultry, fisheries, livestock, and is a leader in palay and corn production. Meanwhile, the region's top export commodities are asparagus, pineapple, tuna, papaya, and abaca. Region 13, on the other hand, caters a huge percentage in cultivating cacao, coffee, rubber. Moreover, its regional coasts provide various fishery and other aquatic resources. Cordillera Administrative Region is called the vegetable production capital in northern Luzon. Top on their commodities list are coffee, vegetable, and rice. Different varieties of vegetables like potatoes, carrots, cabbages, Chinese cabbage, radish, sayote, sweet peas, and green onions are cultivated in the region. CAR's favorable environmental condition favors the growing of these commodities. Last but not the least, the home of oil palm that contributes 11% production share in the country, the Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao. Rubber and coffee are also two of their top investment commodities. The region is the fourth largest contributor of corn in the country. It is also a rich source of tropical fruits like durian, mangosteen, and lanzones. With its immense area, aquatic resources and fisheries thrive in this land. Cucaracha, lobsters, sleeper crabs, and other crustaceans can only be found in its deep blue seas. Abundant in resources, bountiful in production, and rich in hard-working people. This is the agribusiness in the Philippines, the land of endless harvests and investments. Invest in agriculture.
Hi, good morning to our fellow agribiz watchers. My name is John Christopher Buena. I was a former OFW in Singapore for the past 10 years, but now I'm managing my farm here in Nasugbu, Batangas. Our primary products are actually the high-value crops like the Japanese muskmelon, Japanese cucumber, as well as Japanese okra, or you call it the ladyfinger in Japan. We also have lowland crops like the bitter gourd or the ampalaya, eggplant, tomatoes, the string beans, as well as other lowland crops that grow here on our farm. So welcome to Farmer One Ranch, Batangas. For those of us who are watching, who are quite interested to have your own farm, I would encourage you to continue your dreams because there's really a big potential in agriculture. As others say, there's really money in agriculture.
Ito ng bagong pananaw sa produksyon, malakas ang kooperasyon. Katuwang ng mga magsasaka, pamahalaan at pribadong sektor. Dadagdagan ang kaalaman sa kabuhayan. Sa negosyo, pahuhusayin ang kakayahan. Angkop at bagong teknolohiya, subsidyo, patubig at infrastruktura. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Masaganang ani, mataas na kita, maunlad na buhay ng mga magsasaka at mga mangingisda. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Masaganang ani, mataas na kita, maunlad na buhay ng mga magsasaka at mga mangingisda. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Masaganang ani, mataas na kita, maunlad na buhay ng mga magsasaka at mga mangingisda. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good afternoon, mga kabayan at KAAYO. Today, we host the sixth leg of Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan Information Campaign. This time, we launched it our Overseas Filipinos in Southeast Asia. A warm welcome to all our live viewers tuning in from official Facebook pages. Follow Singapore, follow Brunei, follow Balikbayan, and of course, all our Zoom fans this afternoon. For this event, we have a number of registrants of 1,800. Thank you, our partner. I would like to remind all our viewers to answer our clients' feedback form via the link kinyur.com/CM or QR code pinned comment box. We have a surprise giveaway. The ones who randomly pick those answered. For some reminders of this event, please watch. Thank you. So now let us have Rose Ozaraga of Overseas Filipinos of to give us the house reminder. Rose?
Good afternoon, Amy, and everybody. For our Zoom participants, kindly turn off your microphone when actively not when our speakers are speaking. During the sessions, Zoom participants may have their video on or off, and also you are enjoined to actively listen to our speaker. For queries for our Zoom participants, you may use the chat box to raise your queries, while Facebook Live viewers may send their queries via comment box sessions. All questions related to the resources speaker's presentation will be entertained during the Q&A portion at the latter part of the program. And also may I remind everyone that to answer the evaluation form or the CSF at the end of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rose. To give us the welcome remarks to this program, let us all welcome our labor advocate, Melissa Mendizabal of OFWs.
Isang magandang araw po sa ating mga kababayan mula sa mga bansang Singapore, Malaysia at Brunei. In behalf of the Department of Labor and Employment, headed by our Secretary Sylvester H. Bello III, welcome po sa lahat ng mga participants dito po sa launching ng ating Zoom webinar na Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program. Ito po ay collaboration ng Department of Agriculture and Department of Labor and Employment through OWA, which aims to impart knowledge how to become agribusinesspreneur. Being an OFW is not forever. So, kahit po nasabihin natin na ilang taon tayo, isang dekada na tayo, sa pagiging isang OFW sa ibayong dagat, darating po ang panahon na tayo ay magbabalik Pilipinas, uuwi sa ating sariling bansa, o yung tinatawag na magfo-for good. At ang ating pong pamahalaan ay patuloy na nagbibigay ng mga programa para po tayo ay handa sa ating pagbabalik through the reintegration program of the government. At isa na po rito ay ang ating Zoom webinar ngayong araw na ito, ngayong hapon na ito, na patungkol po sa agri-business. Mapalad po tayo na ating matutunghayan ang mga pamamaraan kung papaano maging isang agribusinesspreneur. So, layunin po ng ating programa na magbigay kaalaman at sana po sa mga susunod na oras sa ating pong talakayan sa araw na ito, tayo po ay makakuha ng insight or idea kung papaano ang patungkol po sa agrikultura na nakapaloob at ngayon po ay isa na sa ating mga reintegration programs para sa ating mga OFWs. Nung araw po ang reintegration program, pag yun po yung babalik ka na lang sa Pilipinas o yung magfo-for good. Pero sa panahon po na to, sa kasalukuyang panahon, kahit po tayo ay nandito pa sa ating mga bansang pinagtatrabahuhan, ang ating pong gobyerno ay inilalapit na po sa atin ang mga programa patungkol sa reintegration program. So, sit back, relax, at sana po ay maging makabuluhan ang ating Zoom webinar ngayong hapong ito. Maraming salamat po at welcome po sa ating mga participants. Yun pong mga nahandyan po sa nakatune in din po sa ating Facebook Live. Welcome po at ganoon din po sa aking mga kasamahan na sina Labat March, Labat Johnson, and then sa ating pong mga kasamahan sa Department of Agriculture, welcome po at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat po, Labat. And to give his opening remarks after the session, let us all welcome our labor attaché, Johnson Cañete of Bolo Palalu.
Good afternoon, DA Mimi.
After
Good afternoon sa ating lahat ng mga OFWs sa Brunei, sa Singapore, at sa Malaysia. Makabuluhang hapon po ngayon dahil kahit day off ninyo, kasama namin kayo sa isang namang makabuluhang hapon where we have to learn new things in our life. Sabi pa nga ni Labat Melissa, hindi habang buhay OFW tayo. So, habang nandito pa tayo sa mga bansa na we are assigned, where we are working, we don't only have to earn money. We also have to earn knowledge, skills, para pagbalik natin sa ating mahal na Pilipinas, ay bagong Pilipino tayo. Alam nyo, during the pandemic, maraming nagagawa ang pandemic para sa ating mga OFWs. Yung iba na friends ko sa Facebook na OFW sa Malaysia, they keep on telling themselves and proving to their relatives at home that they become plantitas and plantitos. That is not a surprise because the Philippines is an agricultural country. That's why I know kahit nandito kayo sa iba-ibang bansa na nakatrabaho, meron kayong iniwanan na mga paso man lang or maliit na lupa in the Philippines. And this afternoon, we are so happy that the Department of Agriculture is giving us this Agri-Kabuhayan. Alam nyo, ang mindset kasi ng Filipino is a mindset of a worker. Naalala nyo, yung mga parents natin, maliit pa tayo, sasabihin, mag-aral ka ng mabuti anak para pag-graduate mo, makahanap ka ng trabaho. Ang auntie, ang lola, sabihin, ay, ang galing ng aking apo, ng aking pamangkin. Sigurado ako kung mag-graduate ito with honors at makahanap ng trabaho. Walang narinig na sinasabing, pag-graduate mo, ikaw ay maging entrepreneur, ikaw ay maging businessman. Yan po ang mindset na kailangan natin for the Filipinos. Especially kayo, mga OFWs, na pagbalik ninyo, naisip ninyo na yung maliit na kapital na meron kayo dahil may nahanap na kayo na kapital while working in a foreign land, ay gagamitin nyo sa iba pang pamaraan. Hindi forever ang pagtatrabaho. Kaya maganda rin na maging entrepreneur ang Filipino. And how do we do that? Is of course to learn first the knowledge of being entrepreneurs. This afternoon, we are happy that DA, the Department of Agriculture, our Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, through the National Reintegration Center for OFWs, will bring us all together so that we will learn ano ba ang micro agri-kabuhayan para sa mga balikbayan. Ano ba ang reintegration program ng OWA na alam ko naman marami na ng ating OFWs na ka-attend ng seminar ng ganito, but sometimes we keep on reminding you that there is a reintegration program that awaits you when you go back to the Philippines. Maraming opportunities sa Pilipinas on agribusiness and marketing. Kung you were zoomed earlier, nakita niyo po yung pinakita ng Department of Agriculture, a lot of successful entrepreneurs in this line of business are already found in the Philippines. Finally, you have to listen that there are financing program. Kung kulang pa ang ating kapital, marami pa pong agencies na pwedeng magbigay ng kapital sa ating mga OFW. Sa inyo, mga aming minamahal na OFWs. So sabi pa nga, when we don't have what we can give if we don't have it from us or anything from us. So the little that we have now, we start investing, then surely that small steps we will make will bring us to a better future. So sa aming mga minamahal na OFWs, enjoy the learning, because when you are happily learning, it's easier to assimilate the discussions. Don't forget that we continue to learn and we will not stop learning. And this is a new shift of our mind that we have to become entrepreneurs when we go back to the Philippines. So again, our congratulations to the organizers, especially the Department of Agriculture, our Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, through the National Center for Reintegration of our OFWs, that we have such kind of activity. Malayo man tayo, malapit din sa ating mga opportunities na makukuha ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat at sana makabuluhan ang ating hapon na ito, the second Sunday of Advent. Hindi natin kalimutan, dahil Advent, may mga pamasko tayong ipadala, sabihin, hindi lahat ipadala ko dahil nag-iisip na po ako na magnegosyo on agri-business. Okay? So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Kabat Johnson. So the Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Kabayan program now officially launched. Let us now hear the message from our officials, DA and Dole OWA. First, from Secretary William Carr. The next, from OWA Administrator Hans Hagdak. And lastly, a special message from Undersecretary for Consumers and Political Affairs, DA Undersecretary Christine Evangelista.
Due to the pandemic, most of our overseas Filipino workers were repatriated, causing them to lose their source of income and affecting their respective families. Based on this initial finding, the Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program was created in partnership with the Department of Labor and Employment to support these distressed migrant workers. Hindi natin pwedeng pabayaan ang kapakanan ng mga kababayan natin na tinaguriang mga bagong bayani ng bayan. Through the Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program, the objective of providing an alternative source of livelihood to our repatriated OFWs while promoting agriculture and agribusiness at the same time will be achieved. Maraming salamat po at God bless us all.
Magandang araw po sa lahat ng ating mga mahal na OFW saan mang panig ng mundo. Ang Overseas Workers Welfare Administration po ay hinihikayat ang bawat pamilyang OFW na tangkilikin ang Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program ng ating Department of Agriculture at syempre ng OWA. Ang programa pong ito ay nagbubukas ng pagkakataon para sa mga mahal nating OFWs at kanilang mga pamilya na subukan ang pagninegosyo sa sektor ng agrikultura. Ang ating Department of Agriculture sa pangunguna ng napakasipag at mahal po nating kalihim na si William D. Dar ay handang umalalay sa inyo upang matiyak ang inyong tagumpay sa Agri-Kabuhayan. At syempre sa OWA naman po, sa pangunguna ng ating mahal na kuya ng OFWs, si Dole Secretary Silvestre H. Bello III, na siya ring Chairman of the Board of Trustees ng OWA, ay may mga programang maaring pagkunan ng panimula o pandagdag na kapital sa negosyo. Meron po tayong programang pautang na Enterprise Development and Loan Program or EDLP in partnership with Land Bank, kung saan maaring makahiram ang isang kwalipikadong OFW ng hanggang 2 milyong piso upang ipangkukunan sa negosyo. Mahigit 10 taon na po ang programang ito at marami-rami na rin ang mga nakinabang. Katuwang po natin dito ang Land Bank of the Philippines na nagsusulong rin ng agribusiness. At marami na sa ating mga mahal na OFWs ang nakapagtayo ng kanilang sariling Agri-Kabuhayan dahil sa EDLP. Meron din pong financial grant ang OWA sa mga grupo ng mga OFWs na nais pumasok sa pagninegosyo. At ito ang tulong pangkabuhayan sa pag-unlad ng samahang OFWs o ang Tulong Puso Program. Sa programang Tulong Puso, ang isang grupo ng mga OFWs ay maaaring makatanggap ng financial grant mula 50,000 piso hanggang 1,000,000 piso depende sa bilang ng mga miyembro at sa laki ng negosyo. Sa ngayon po, mahigit 100 na sa lahat ng bahagi ng Pilipinas ang mga grupong OFWs na nakinabang sa Tulong Puso Program. Meron din po tayong 20,000 pesos livelihood grant para sa mga returning distressed OFWs na isa pong micro-level livelihood grant para makapagtayo ng maliit na negosyo, lalo na sa agricultural sector, ang ating mahal na returning distressed OFWs. Sa dami ng oportunidad sa sektor ng agrikultura dito sa ating bansa at sa paggabay ng Department of Agriculture at sa tulong ng ating mga kawani ng OWA, mas madali na para sa mga mahal nating OFWs ang sumubok sa Agri-Kabuhayan. Kaya naman muli kong hinihikayat ang lahat ng bawat pamilyang OFWs na tangkilikin ang Micro Agri-Kabuhayan sa Balikbayan program ng DA at ng OWA. Ang programa pong ito ay ginawa para sa inyo dahil hangad po namin ang tagumpay ng bawat pamilyang OFWs. Muli, maraming salamat po. God bless at ingat po lagi.
Sa atin po mga mahal na OFWs, ang ating mga bagong bayani, isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Malugod po namin na inihahandog ang programang Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan na naglalayong matulungan ang ating mga OFWs at kanilang pamilya na makapagsimula ng kanilang micro agribusiness. Gusto po namin na ipaalam na kahit nasa Pilipinas ka, ay maaari kang kumita sa pamamagitan ng pagsimula ng agri-negosyo. Naisakatuparan po ang programang ito mula sa tulong ng ating partner, ang Department of Labor and Employment sa pangunguna po ni Secretary Silvestro Bello at Admin Hans Kakdak. Kasama po sila upang maisakatuparan ang ating layunin na matulungan ang ating mga overseas Filipino workers. Ako po ay lubos na humahanga sa inyong tapang at dedikasyon. Hindi po biro ang mawalay sa inyong mga pamilya, pero kinakaya niyo po para maibigay ang kanilang pangangailangan. Mithiin po namin na sa pamamagitan ng programang ito ay maingganyo po kayo at inyong mga pamilya dito sa Pilipinas na magsimula ng micro agri-negosyo. Maraming salamat po.
Ikaw ba ay isang overseas Filipino? Interesado sa mga serbisyong hatid ng pamahalaan? Narito na ang Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program. Ano ba ang Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program? Noong January 29, 2021, nagkaroon ng lagdaan ng Memorandum of Agreement sa pagitan ng Department of Agriculture at Department of Labor and Employment upang mas mapaigting ang pagpapatupad ng mga programa, proyekto at serbisyo para sa mga overseas Filipinos at kanilang pamilya. Layunin ng programang ito na mabigyan ng kakayanan ng ating mga overseas Filipinos na mag-umpisa ng kanilang negosyo o micro agribusiness.
Sa ilalim ng Micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan program, bibigyang tulong ang mga overseas Filipinos na may interes sa agriculture o agribusiness. Ito ay sa pamamagitan ng pinadaling access sa mga serbisyo ng mga sangay ng DA at DOLE. Ano-anong mga serbisyo ang kalakip ng programa? Una, tulong impormasyon sa pagsisimula ng agribusiness o agri-negosyo. Pangalawa, pamamahagi ng mga learning kits at IEC materials. Pangatlo, pagpapadali ng pag-access sa pautang, teknolohiya, pagsasanay, insurance at iba pa. At panghuli, ang pagbubuo ng mga networks at market linkages. Upang higit na maunawaan ng programa, sumali sa ating official Facebook close group ng KAAYO Help Desk Officers. Ang KAAYO Help Desk is isang one-stop information help desk para sa ating mga kabataan at overseas Filipinos na interesadong pasukin ang pagsasaka o magsimula ng negosyo sa agrikultura. Nagsisilbi itong source ng mga makabagong impormasyon patungkol sa micro-agribusiness opportunities, available trainings, loan programs at iba pang agribusiness development services mula sa DA at iba pang partner agencies.
Upang mas maayos ang profiling at tracking ng mga katanungan ng Overseas Filipinos, mangyari lamang na mag-fill up ng KAAYO OFW Client Info Form o direktang makipag-ugnayan sa ating mga regional focals na kaagapay sa programang ito. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, mangyari lamang na makipag-ugnayan sa Department of Agriculture, Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Service.
Thank you very much po to our DA and the OFWs. Before we proceed, I ask everyone to open cameras for a photo.
It is a partnership program with Coca-Cola Far East Limited Philippines, Technical Education and Skills and Development Authority or TESDA, and Philippine Trade Training Center or PTTC. It offers a 4-hour online course with an edutainment format that can be accessed by OFWs through their smartphones, tablets, computer, and other gadgets. Interested applicants may register through this link, or they may also visit the official page at facebook.com/OFWRISE. Lastly, ano naman ang Kaswising Startup Store Solutions or KS5? Ang Kaswising Startup Store Solution in partnership with Swissing Commercial Corporation is a free entrepreneurship training for grocery, business, sari-sari, retail business startups which covers business direction, people management, store operations, and financial education. To know more about the program, interested applicants may visit and send a direct message to the program's official FB page, facebook.com/OWA-Swissing 2021. Bukod sa mga nabanggit na programa, ang OWA and RCO ay meron ring livelihood grant programs na maaaring i-avail ng mga kwalipikadong OFWs. Ito ay ang Balik Pinay, Balik Hanap Buhay Program at Livelihood Development Assistance Program. Ano ang Balik Pinay, Balik Hanap Buhay Program? Ang Balik Pinay, Balik Hanap Buhay Program is a livelihood grant intervention worth 10,000 pesos which consists of skills trainings and provision of cash assistance based on the business proposal of distressed women returning OFWs, while the Livelihood Development Assistance Program is a livelihood grant intervention worth 10,000 pesos which consists of financial literacy training intended to bring about improved socio-economic well-being of returning and undocumented OFWs. Paano naman mag-apply sa mga nabanggit na livelihood programs for OFW reintegration? First, you must fill out OFW profile sheet via online at onla.owa.gov.ph or visit the OWA Regional Welfare Office, WRO, which has jurisdiction over the applicant's home residence. After the evaluation of the application, the OFW will be scheduled to attend the Financial Awareness Seminar and Small Business Management Training or FAST SBMT. The cash assistance will be granted upon the completion of all requirements. Ang OWA and RCO ay patuloy ding nakikipag-ugnayan sa iba't ibang sangay ng gobyerno, kagaya ng Department of Agriculture and Department of Trade and Industry. In partnership with Department of Agriculture, Agricultural Credit Policy Council or ACPC, the NRCO implements the agri-negosyo or annual loan programs for OFWs affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. It aims to finance the working capital, the requirements for agri-fishery, based micro and small enterprises through a loanable amount of 300,000 pesos with zero interest. You may visit the acpcaccess.ph to a detailed information on an annual loan program. Helping the economy recover through OFW enterprises startups or heroes is program implemented in cooperation with the Department of Trade and Industry, Small Business Corporation or DTI SB Corp that provides an opportunity for displaced, repatriated, or returning OFWs by helping them establish their startup business. The loanable amount from this program ranges from 30,000 up to 100,000 pesos. Interested applicants may apply through this link. Aside from the Partnership for Business Loan Programs, the OWA has its own loan facility dubbed as Enterprise Development and Loan Program or EDLP. It is an enterprise development intervention and loan facility of OWA in partnership with Land Bank of the Philippines intended to support enterprise development among OFWs and their families with an interest rate of 7.5% per annum for the entire duration of the loan. For the individual loan borrowers with a minimum of 100,000 pesos and maximum of 2 million pesos can be sourced, and for a qualified group, they can borrow a minimum of 100,000 pesos and a maximum of 5 million pesos for the business they intend to venture on. To know more about our programs, you may contact us through the following details. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much. So our next topic is about the Philippine agribusiness opportunities and DA agribusiness and marketing services. This will be shared by the Director of the Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Service. Let us all welcome Dr. Ramon C. Yetra.
Gandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. At hayaan nyo kami mula sa Department of Agriculture ay bumati sa inyo. Meron po kami inihandang video para sa inyo. Panoorin po natin.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Mimi Tolentino mula po sa Agribusiness Promotion Division ng Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Service. Sa araw pong ito ay aming ibabahagi ang iba't ibang agribusiness programs and assistance ng aming pong unit. So makikita po natin sa unang slide na ito ang malaking potential po ng agri-food sector. Kung mapapansin niyo po, noong nakaraang 2019, ito po ay nag-contribute ng 93 billion US dollars in terms of gross value added and about 43% naman po sa labor force. Sa kabilang banda, sa GDP naman po, it's about 25% and recorded an average annual growth of 3.8%. So why invest in agriculture or agribusiness? Bakit nga ba? Una, ito po ay stable and high demand because kailangan naman po natin lahat ng pagkain. Essential po ito, di po ba? Pangalawa, hindi po nangangailangan ng malaking puhunan. Lalong-lalo na po sa ating mga OFWs, pwede po kayo magsimula na small capital lang muna. Pangatlo, hindi po ito nangangailangan ng sophisticated skills unlike ng other sector, no? So, kahit po hindi pa ninyo kabisado ang agrikultura, ay kaya niyo pong pasukin. At ang panghuli po ay ang pagkakaroon po ng high return on investment. Provided, alam po natin, kahit pa paano, kung paano po talaga tayo kikita. Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng agribusiness? So, ang agribusiness po ay malawak, no? Simula po sa input, production, value-adding processing, at pwede rin po na trade, marketing, logistics. So lahat po ng ito ay tungkol po sa agribusiness, kung saan pwede po kayong mag-venture. Ito po ang ilan sa mga agribusiness venture na pwede po ninyong gawin. Una, organic free-range chicken. So kung kayo po ay mag-venture sa organic free-range chicken for meat type, ito po ang ilang halimbawa sa mga agribusiness venture kung saan pwede po ninyong pasukin. Una po, ang organic free-range chicken. So ano po ang investment advantage ng organic free-range chicken? So ito po ay may 4 cycles in a year. And within 7 to 90 days, kayo po ay makakapag-harvest na. At ito rin po ay hindi na kailangan ng masyadong malaking puhunan. So initial po ninyo ng kapital, pwede po kayong magsimula sa 340,000. At out of this startup capital, ay pwede po kayong magkaroon ng potential annual gross sales na 2 million. At ito naman po inyong potential annual net income is around 600 to 700,000 pesos. So almost 47.06% po ang return on investment pagdating po sa production ng ating organic free-range chicken. So ito pong organic free-range chicken na ating pong sinabi ay tungkol sa meat type, around 2,000 birds. Pangalawa po ay ang organic free-range chicken layer farm. So, kung kayo po ay mag-aalaga ng 1,000 birds, ang investment advantage po natin dito is makakapag-harvest po kayo araw-araw. At ang production po ng ating aalagaan na chicken ay within 3 to 4 years. Ibig sabihin, within 3 to 4 years, ito po ay makapagbibigay sa inyo na o mangingitlog po ang ating manok. And then, within 3 to 5 months, ang growing naman po niya, period niya. And in 2 to 3 weeks, ready na po siyang mag-lay. So, magkano po ang ating startup capital para po dito? Umaabot po ito ng 420,000 pesos. Out of 420,000 pesos, ang inyong pong potential annual gross sale is 2.4 million at ang inyong naman pong potential annual net income is 800 to 960,000. So ano pa po ang ibang agribusiness opportunity? Pwede rin po kayo na mag-venture into poultry. Pwede pong backyard, commercial, and commercial egg. So makikita po natin sa ating slide yung different capitalization and up to ROI po nila. So bibigyan naman po namin kayo ng copy nito at mapapag-aralan niyo naman po ito. Ang isa rin pong ipinopromote ng DA through the Bureau of Land Industry ay ang mushroom fruiting bag production. So ano naman po ang investment advantage po ng mushroom fruiting bag? Kung kayo po ay magsisimula sa 30,240 bags, ay meron po itong 12 cycles per year. At ang mababa rin po ang ating investment risk, but mataas po ang ating profit. Ito rin po ay steady ang income. Kahit po wala po kayong malaking lugar, ay maaari po ninyo itong gawin. Sa panimula ay kailangan po natin ng 387,000 pesos. Pero ang inyong pong magiging potential annual gross sale ay aabuti ng 984,000. So in-estimate po ito na 7% po yung spoilage at 35 pesos per bag. Yung ating naman pong magiging potential annual net income nito ay aabutin po ng 597,000 pesos. And sa kabuuan, magkakaroon po kayo ng return on investment of 154%. In terms of technology, ang Bureau of Land Industry ay nagbibigay po ng training para dito. Ini-encourage po natin na mag-venture po ang ating mga OFWs sa processing para po ma-maximize natin ang ating profit. So kung kayo po ay meron ng mushroom production or mag-engage na kayo sa mushroom fruiting bag at mag-produce na ng mushroom mismo, pwede rin po kayong mag-process para hindi po nasasayang ang ating pong raw materials. Ito po, nakikita po natin sa ating screen kung ano-ano po yung different mushroom processing at mula po sa kanilang cost of production up to ROI. So pag-aralan na lamang po natin kung saan po natin gustong mag-venture. Again, ang Bureau of Land of Industry po ay nagbibigay po ng mga technologies regarding po dito sa mushroom. So ito naman pong slide na ito ay nagbibigay lang po ng idea kung ano-ano po yung iba pa po nating mga commodities na meron pong mataas na return on investment. So this is more on production at ang data po na ito ay mula po sa Philippine Statistics Authority. So in terms of agribusiness development services, ang AMAS po ay may information desk on agribusiness opportunities. Second, meron po tayong training programs through Agricultural Training Institute. Third, loan programs through ACPC and Land Bank. And the last one is the market linkage services through AMAS and our AMAN sa regions. Para po sa provision of information ng agribusiness opportunities, katulad po ng ginagawa natin ngayong araw na ito, isa po itong form of information para po sa different agribusiness opportunities through online webinars. So we have our official Facebook and YouTube channels kung saan ay pwede po ninyong mapanood ang aming po mga previous episodes na makapagbibigay ko sa inyo ng mga magagandang idea ukol po sa agribusiness opportunities. Para po sa training programs, ang ating pong Agricultural Training Institute ay nagbibigay ng e-learning, online courses, webinars sa kanila po mga agricultural technologies, and e-farming through Farm Business Advisory Service via the Farmers Contact Center. Kung kayo po ay nasa abroad at gusto niyo rin po na magkaroon ng idea inyong mga kamag-anak na nasa Pilipinas, pwede naman po yun. Please coordinate dito po sa kanilang official website na nakalagay po sa ating screen. Ang DA ay meron din pong loan programs through ACPC at Land Bank. So mamaya po ay kasama natin ang ating mga resource persons para po magpaliwanag ng detalye nito. To give the details about market linkage services of AMAS, joining with us today is the Division Chief of the Market Development Division, Ms. Joyce Bengo. Ms. Joyce?
Maraming salamat, Ms. Mimi. Para naman sa Market Development Services ng AMAS, ako po si Joyce Bengo upang ihayag sa inyo kung ano pa po ang iba pang mga serbisyo ng AMAS kapag may ready na po kayong agribusiness products. Una po ay maaari namin kayong tulungan sa product promotion and marketing. Meron po tayong Kadiwa ni Ani at Kita. Ito po ang isa sa mga programa ng Department of Agriculture para po mapacilitate ang marketing ng mga produkto ng mga farmers, ating future folk, agribusiness entrepreneurs, para po sa kanilang mga buyers. So sa Kadiwa po, meron po tayong iba't ibang mga modalities, katulad po ng Kadiwa Retail Selling at Kadiwa on Wheels. Maaari po namin yung tulungan upang ma-direct na i-market po ito sa mga consumers. Meron din po tayong tinatawag nating Agribusiness Development Center o ADC. Ito po ay one-stop shop na kung saan nagiging display area po ito ng mga produkto ng ating mga farmer producers at entrepreneurs. Meron din po tayong Kadiwa online na selling platform. Maaari po kayong makasali bilang isang vendor or supplier dito po sa Kadiwa. And kami din po ang tumutulong para mag-facilitate ng business-to-business meetings, participation sa mga trade fairs and exhibits, and pagkukondak po ng mga virtual B2B and trade fair series na atin pong ginagawa sa kasalukuyan po. Yan lamang po ang ilan sa mga market development services ng AMAS. Para po sa iba pang mga katanungan, information about micro Agri-Kabuhayan para sa Balikbayan, maaari lamang po kayong mag-follow sa aming FB page or pwede po kayong mag-fill up ng mga inquiry form dito po sa ating KAAYO FB group and mag-email po sa amin dito po sa email address at contact details na nasa inyong screen. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Director Yedra. We move now to the Capacity Building and Training Program for Overseas Filipinos. Our presenter is the Director of Agricultural Training Institute, Director Rosana P. Mulan.
Magandang araw ho sa ating lahat. Once again, ako po si Rosana Mula, ang OIC Director po ng Agricultural Training Institute under the Department of Agriculture. Ang ipepresent ko po sa inyo ngayon, especially to our overseas Filipinos, ay mga education and training opportunities that you can embark on as you journey towards your agripreneurship or agri-entrepreneurs activities. And all of these education and training opportunities ay inline po sa strategies ng Department of Agriculture na known as 1DA Reform Agenda. I'd like to introduce what ATI is. Ang ATI po ang siyang apex or lead agency that provides extension support system like training and advisory services. Meron po kaming 16 networks. We call it regional centers all over the Philippines that provide this training and advisory services. Ang isa po dito ay ang International Center for Pig Husbandry. So, nakikita niyo po dyan kung asan po yung mga lokasyon ng aming ATI regional centers. ATI's responsibility can be summarized by the word leads, where you learn, you exhibit, we provide advice, we also disseminate and we provide support. We provide training. So ito po yung mga training programs namin. Not only on production technologies, but now we also, kaakibat po nito ay ang production and at the same time, the value chain approach. Hence, we don't only focus on production, but also other aspect of the value chain gaya po ng processing, marketing, among others, which you can glean on your screen. So here are the different production and technologies as well as the value chain approach. Hindi ko na po iisa-isahin to ha. What is important is you are able to see here, we provide diversified farming system. We also have organic agriculture. We also have livestock production, especially for small livestock, gaya po ng mga ruminants and poultry and pig, and of course, food processing. Likewise, we also conduct hands-on training programs through the Farmers Field School and the Farmer Livestock School. We'll get to understand this better as we proceed with the presentation. Meron din po kaming mga training programs particularly geared on entrepreneurship training. Meron din po kaming Farm Business School, Climate Smart Farm School, and Project Proposal Development. Very important po ang Project Proposal Development because should you wish to embark on small entrepreneurship or any entrepreneurship activity for that matter, kailangan nyo po ng proposal. And for you to be able to develop a good proposal, you need a lot of information about the business, including the production aspect. Pwede namin kayong tulungan sa bagay na ito. We partner with CAMP, ito po yung Kapatid Agri-Mentor, Me program with Go-Negosyo, kasi sila po yung kaakibat namin na tumutulong when it comes to the beginnings or how to start a business. So we have already produced graduates from CAMP, which we virtually conducted last year because of the pandemic. So bukod po doon, we also conduct digital literacy training. Alam niyo po na ang kalakalan ngayon sa business ay we go through online. The digital literacy training program is our attempt to provide assistance to farmers and clients. This is a good learning experience for our farmers and agripreneurs towards learning digital agriculture. Kung kayo man ay medyo may mga edad na ang ating mga anak, pwede po silang to undergo this training so that they can assist you in making your business more engaging in different platforms like social media. Isa po sa banner program ng Department of Agriculture is the provision of training for the youth. Nakikita po namin, lalong-lalo na po ang support ni Secretary sa mga kabataan dahil sila po yung mga may big opportunity po sa kalakalan ng agripreneurship. That's why we conduct agripreneurship training programs and scholarships for the youth. So meron kami yung programa na tinatawag Mentoring and Attracting Youth in Agribusiness, or in short, MAYA program. This is an internship program in the Department of Agriculture, as mentioned kanina, to encourage the youth to venture into agricultural profession or agribusinesses. We also have internship program in Taiwan and Japan where out-of-school youth will be sent to developed countries like Japan and Taiwan to learn cultural as well as agricultural practices. And then when they come back to replicate these learnings here in the country. ATI sends able and willing youth to agricultural education through the Easy Agri program. These students will be scholars of ATI and in the span of their agricultural education in state universities and colleges, SUCs nationwide. So may internship, meron din pong degree program. Meron pa po kaming isang opportunity which is the development of the communities through the youth sectors through our 4-H club development, where we capacitate 4-H club members to be agripreneurs and young community leaders. Bukod po doon, meron din po kaming para sa mga very, very young age group. Ito po yung tinatawag na Agri-Kids. The Agri-Kids program is intended primarily for school children up to 4 to 12 years old or from preschool to elementary for them to have a better understanding and appreciation of agriculture. At a very young age, we hope to inculcate sa mga minds sa mga batang ito the importance of food and agriculture in their daily lives. If you have been listening closely to me in my earlier presentation, at ATI, we also established learning sites for agriculture. So this is another program that you can avail of at ATI, and we provide assistance and grants in the development of farms by certifying the farm owners as model sites in the communities. As model sites, meron po kayong role dyan. They should be able to demonstrate agricultural technologies as well as other technologies along the value chain. So, mga farm school owners or yung mga learning sites for agriculture, I have to say, should make their farms open to the public, to visitors, as well as share their best practices and serve as training facility in the communities. Alam niyo po, ang ATI, we cannot go to everyone. That's precisely we ask farm owners na pwedeng multiplier effect or our partners or kaakibat namin sa pagpapalaganap ng mga teknolohiya as well as learnings. So on your screen is one of our model family farms in Region 3. So the owner of this farm is walang iba kundi si Mr. Ernesto Perlas, is a former OFW, kagaya niyo po, who ventured into agribusiness. We hope to encourage more youth to become certified learning sites, cooperators, to also inspire others. Ngayong pandemic, napakalaki ang problema ng face-to-face. Kung kaya sa Agricultural Training Institute, since we have very limited time to attend to face-to-face trainings, you can also access our e-learning courses through the e-learning platform. So we are offering 70 online courses on various topics, all related to agriculture and social technologies. Meron na kaming around 23 of these courses are related to urban agriculture and urban and peri-urban agriculture. And yes, because of the pandemic, our number one course with most enrollees and graduates is on our urban and peri-urban agriculture. We have the YouTube channel where we upload our digital resources. All the agri-talk that we conducted last year are now available in YouTube channel. Likewise, for the webinars of past episodes, our ATI success stories, yung mga videos po namin of our farmers as well as our Gusto Ko Organico series are available online. And part of making agriculture information more accessible, we, through our network of training centers, yung nakita nyo po kanina na 16, and through our Facebook page, we conduct webinars on various topics like urban and peri-urban farming, container gardening, hydroponics, mushroom production, among others. And of course, we do provide announcement on these trainings regularly in our FB page. Likewise, meron po kaming Farmers Contact Center, FCC, where we answer queries related to agriculture and fisheries, as well as we also broadcast techno tips and agri-related messages. Alam ko po na hindi lahat tayo, lalo na sa mga nasa hinter areas ng Pilipinas, wala pa pong connectivity. Kaya kung wala po kayong internet connection na napakahirap po kahit dito sa syudad minsan, then we still embark on traditional but very efficient and effective means. Ito po yung radio programs of which ATI is strongly supporting. Together with DA, we provide information on agri-related technologies and stories of our farmers through the DZAS radio program. Recently, we launched the Agri-Ascenso program of ATI at DZRH, as well as through its various cable TV channels and social media pages. Agri-Ascenso also provides information on various agri-related technologies, stories of our successful farmers, learning site cooperators, and programs of the Department of Agriculture, especially along training and advisory services. Yung pong network of training centers which I mentioned, 16 po sila, also conduct school on the air programs on various commodities, one of which is the School on the Air on Smart Rice Technologies. Meron din po kaming programa on Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund, or in short, RCEP. Okay? You can access this through our RCEP program under the extension services ng buong RCEP program na sinasabi ko kanina. Especially if you are into rice production. Applicants may become rice specialists, trainers, or seed growers. You can participate through our various training programs if applicants are already certified learning sites for agriculture. They can be accredited by TESTA to become farm schools in your respective locations or areas and may conduct training of farmers for a fee. Sabihin ko na lang po kasi kung na-register po kayo ng TESDA, you can conduct training and TESDA will be paying you and be told in urban and peri-urban areas. We also have a program by the term itself, Urban and Peri-Urban Agriculture Program. Matagal na pong programa din po ito ng Department of Agriculture. However, there was more support and emphasis on this program with the situation during the COVID-19 pandemic. So in this program, we provide starter kits and access to various information materials, or you can also attend our urban and peri-urban agri-related trainings. We provide planting materials. Inside your kit, you can have planting materials. You can also have garden soil. You can also have vermicast, because for those who are staying in areas that do not have sufficient space, you can do container gardening. That's why we are providing this. So urban and peri-urban areas have a role to play to make food more accessible, not only in their own homes, but also in their communities. That's precisely, we have individual gardens through your container gardening. We also have school gardens, and we also have community gardens. Because all of which, ito ay pwedeng makatulong to make food accessible, especially clean food, to households and communities. Indeed, with this presentation, there are several opportunities or avenues for you to avail of if you want to go into agriculture and become agri-entrepreneurs. The Department of Agriculture is always here to support your endeavors. For your learning opportunities, kami po sa ATI, sa Agricultural Training Institute, is here to capacitate you, to give you those training that you require. And as our secretary emphasized, we want these programs properly in place so that we can entice you, our OF returnees, to invest in the country and contribute to the growth of the sector. Kayo pong mga OFW, your passion and energy is very crucial or has a crucial contribution to the sector, especially now that the majority of our Filipino farmers are already aging. Indeed, we need you. Ito po yung pwede nyong i-google kung kayo po ay may internet capacity. So you can follow our official lines and online platforms, and for you to access us, or you can even email us. So once again, marami pong salamat, and thank you for inviting me and of course the DAATI. Muli, masaganang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Director Muna. At para naman po sa financing programs for Overseas Filipinos, please watch the APP presentation from the Executive Director of the Agricultural Credit Policy Council or ACPC, Executive Director Jocelyn Alma R. Padjola.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Unang-una, gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa Department of Agriculture at sa Overseas Workers Welfare Administration o OWA sa pagkakataong ibinigay sa akin na maipaliwanag sa webinar na ito ang programa ng Agricultural Credit Policy Council o ACPC para sa mga minamahal nating overseas foreign workers o OFWs. Dahil sa maiksi lamang po ang oras na inilaan sa aking presentation, didiretso na po ako sa aming programa. Next slide please. Kung kayo po ay naapektuhan ng pandemya at kinakailangan nyo ng umuwi dito sa Pilipinas dahil nawalan kayo ng trabaho at nangangailangan kayo ng puhunan o dagdag na puhunan dahil nais nyong makapagsimula o di kaya magpalago ng negosyo na related po sa agriculture or fisheries, pwede namin kayong tulungan sa pamamagitan ng agri-negosyo for Overseas Filipino Workers o ANYO for OFWs. Ito ay isang special credit facility na nasa ilalim ng programa ng ECPC na ang pangalan ay Agri-negosyo o ANYO Loan Program. Ito po ay ipinapatupad ng ECPC sa tulong ng aming partner lending conduits tulad ng rural banks, cooperative banks at mga kooperatiba. Ano naman ang mga katangian ng programang ito? Unang-una, maaari po kayong makahiram ng hanggang 300,000 pesos o mas maliit depende po sa kailangang kapital. Wala itong interest at minimal lang ang one-time service fee na hanggang 3.5%. Wala din itong collateral at maaaring bayaran hanggang 5 taon o depende sa cash flow ng proyekto. Next slide please. Sino naman ang pwedeng umutang? Unang-una, dapat po ay repatriated or unable to return to their country of employment due to COVID-19. Dahil po sila talaga ang priority ng programa. Hindi naman po kasi lahat ng OFWs ay nawalan ng trabaho kaya talagang targeted po ang programas para sa mga lubhang naapektuhan. Pangalawa, dapat po ay engaged or willing to undertake agri-fishery related activity. Tandaan po na ang working capital ay para sa agri-fishery business lamang. Kaya naman meron kaming series of workshops para tulungan kayong gumawa ng business plan at makatulong upang kumita ang inyong negosyo. Pangatlo, dapat po ay registered or enrolled under the registry system for basic sectors in agriculture o ang RSBSA. Ito po ay opisyal na talaan ng pamahalaan upang mabigyan ng pagkakakilanlan ang mga tunay na magsasaka at mangingisdang Pilipino. Kung hindi pa kayo nakalista sa RSBSA, tutulungan namin kayong magrehistro. Pang-apat, kailangan po ay nasa Pilipinas po kayo at the time of loan application. Kagaya ng aking nasabi sa mga past webinars, ang priority ng programa ay yun pong mga repatriated at yung mga hindi makabalik sa bansang pinagtatrabahuhan. Next slide please. Ano po ang mga requirements? Ito po ang mga basic documentary requirements ng programa. Kinakailangan po ng passport o kahit anong government-issued ID. Kinakailangan po ng proof of RSBSA registration. At pangatlo, OWA certification. Kailangan po kasing i-certify ng OWA na talagang apektado ang aplikante ng pandemya. Priority po ang mga nawala ng trabaho. Pang-apat, simple business plan at letter of intent. Meron po kaming templates o yung pong pinagagayahan para dito at meron ding workshops and orientations upang mas mapaganda pa ang inyong business plans. Next slide, please. Maliban po sa pautang, ang programang ito ay may kalakip na capacity building support, lalong-lalo na po para sa mga start-up projects. Ang lahat ng loan applicants ng ANYO for OFWs ay dadaan sa program briefing, business model canvas workshop, business plan preparation workshop, at iba pang training na makakatulong sa ating mga OFWs na kumita ang kanilang negosyo. Next slide, please. Paano mag-apply? Ito po. Sa mga gustong mag-apply, pumunta lamang po kayo sa acpcaccess.ph. Ang ACPC Access ay isang website kung saan ang mga loan applicants ay maaaring makapag-sign up at mamili ng schedule para sa program briefing, mag-download ng simple business plan template, magpasa ng mga documentary requirements, at mamili ng schedule para sa business planning workshop. Ngayon, bago po ako magpaalam, gusto ko lang po ipakilala ang dalawang OFWs na nakapag-utang sa programang ito para naman po ma-inspire kayo. Ito po si Ricardo Gasgonia na taga Binalonan, Pangasinan. 15 taon na po siyang mechanical engineer sa UAE or United Arab of Emirates. Kaya lang po na-layoff siya sa trabaho at nahirapang humanap ng bagong oportunidad sa Dubai, kaya umuwi na po siya sa bansa last year, 2020, kasama ang kanyang asawa at 3 anak. Nakita niya po ang potensyal ng agrikultura sa kanilang probinsya, kaya sinubok niyang mag-agri-negosyo sa tulong ng ACPC. Sa ngayon, unti-unting gumaganda ang kita ng kanyang rice mill at agri-supply business. Kaya naman wala na po siyang balak na magtrabaho muli sa ibang bansa upang makapag-focus sa kanyang agribusiness. Next slide, please. Ang susunod po ay si Ray Aquino. 17 years na po siyang OFW. Ang huli niyang trabaho ay sa Iraq bilang heavy equipment operator. Ngunit dahil sa pandemya, wala siyang magawa kundi umuwi ng bansa. Pinasok niya ang integrated farming gamit ang kapital mula sa ANYO for OFWs ng ACPC nung siya ay umuwi sa kanilang probinsya sa Isabela. Masaya si Ray dahil kinakaya na niyang mag-provide para sa pamilya nang hindi na kailangang lisanin pa ang Pilipinas. Okay, next slide please. Ito po ang aming contact information kung nais nyo pong makipag-ugnayan sa amin. Mas mabuti po siguro picturean nyo po itong slide na ito. Finally, maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig at mabuhay ang lahat ng ating mga OFWs.
Thank you, Director Bajola. So aside from ACPC financing program, we also have financing program from the Land Bank of the Philippines. So this will be presented by Assistant Vice President Generoso David.
Introducing the Land Bank's OFW Reintegration Program. The Overseas Filipino Workers Reintegration Program is a program tie-up between the Land Bank and the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration to encourage OFWs to engage in business as an alternative to overseas employment through credit assistance. The eligible borrowers under the program are an OFW who is an active or inactive certified OWA member, and group of OFWs who form themselves into a business entity, either as partnership, corporation, or cooperative, and has at least 3 years track record of profitable operations, provided that all partners, stockholders, directors, officers, members are OFWs who have been certified as OWA members and have completed the Enhanced Entrepreneurial Development Training. The projects that can be financed under the program are either of the following: viable franchising business, contract tie-up with top 1,000 corporations, viable agri and non-agri production or manufacturing with identified market linkage and raw material sources, viable construction or rental business, viable service or trading business, viable transport business, or any viable project, whether existing or new, that should generate a net cash flow sufficient to pay the projected amortization of the loan. For loan purpose, we have working capital and fixed asset acquisition. Borrowers under the program can borrow a minimum of 100,000 pesos with the following loan ceiling: 2 million pesos for OFW applicant as single proprietorship, and 5 million pesos for a group of OFWs, either as partnership, corporation, or cooperative. The facilities under the program are short-term loan or line and term loan, and borrowers can enjoy the 7.5% per annum interest rate fixed for the entire duration of the loan. For loan tenor, short terms have maximum of 1 year, and term loan is based on cash flow but not to exceed 7 years, inclusive of a maximum 2 years grace period on the principal. The collaterals that can be offered are objective financing and/or other collaterals acceptable to the bank, and guarantee cover equivalent to 50% of the outstanding balance plus assignment of proceeds of market contracts or receivables and post-dated checks, if any. The following are the minimum documentary requirements to be submitted to the Land Bank for processing of your loans. Here are the steps on how to avail of the OFW reintegration program.
Thank you so much, ABP The Bid. So, maraming salamat po sa ating mga resource persons. Diyan po nagtatapos yung ating pong presentation. But before we proceed sa ating pong Q&A portion, ay pipili po tayong muli ng 3 winners para po doon sa Urban Agriculture Starter Kit. We encourage our participants po na mag-type in na po kayo ng inyong queries through our Zoom chat box or comment box section sa ating pong official Facebook pages ng AMAS o kaya po sa Polo Singapore, Brunei, and Kuala Lumpur, no? So it's your turn para po mas linawin pa yung inyo pong mga katanungan. Okay? Camille and Faye, tayo ulit at winners. Sino kaya ang maswerteng mananalo? Yan. So, meron na po tayong nanalo at si Miss Gian Dabalos. Congratulations, Miss Gian Dabalos. The second one, masyadong makulay ang ating ruleta, no? Jeremy Ann Produa. Congrats, Jeremy Ann Produa. So, meron kang Urban Agri Starter Kit. And the last one, ayan, puro girls ang nanalo ngayon. Ano? Merlin Guzman Buscato. Ma'am Merlin, nanalo ka po ng Urban Agriculture Starter Kit. So yan po yung tatlong winners natin para po sa araw na ito, sa second round. So moving on to our open forum, may we invite our resource speakers to open their cameras. Participants may also do so, and again, we encourage you to raise your questions via Zoom chat box or comment box section of the official Facebook pages of PA-AMAS and follow Singapore, Brunei, and Kuala Lumpur. I'd like to call on, of course, our boss, Dr. Ramon Yedra, the representative of OWA, NRCO, Mr. Dennis Cabato. Siya po yung representative to join us sa Q&A. Of course, si Ma'am Teresa Aurora Maui D. Cosico from ATI, Miss Emmeline Ginto and Miss Mayet Samson for ACPC, and of course, Mr. Alvin ng Land Bank of the Philippines. At sasamahan po tayo ng ating mga labas. Yan. Camille and Faith, mukhang ready na. So yung ating mga participants, please po, open your cameras. Bigyan nyo lang po ako ng go signal kung we're done. All right, so we're done. We'll go now. We'll proceed now to the question po na natanggap po ng ating team. Mula sa Zoom, ito po ay, wala siyang pangalan, pero ito pong katanungan na ito ay sasagutin ng ATI because the question is, how to join online training and how much is the registration fee? Ma'am Maui.
Magandang hapon po, no? So, yung pong ating mga online courses ay pwede nating ma-avail ng libre, no? So, you just have to visit yung ating website. Ipopost ko po dito sa ating chat box. So, it is the www.eextension.gov.ph, no? So, visit the website and then you just have to register po dun sa ating e-learning na platform. So yun lang po, and then you can already start taking your trainings or the e-courses.
Thank you, Miss Maui. Sir Mon, may ano po ba kayo? Ikaw ba yun? Hindi kita kasi nakikita. Anyway, sige. The next question is from our Facebook, no? From Miss Carla Recamara. She needs information how to start her poultry farm in Bulacan. Siguro ano yung gagawin niya, yun ang tanong niya. Sermon, sa atin ba to?
Hindi ko masyado narinig. Anong question?
Sabi niya po, she needs information how to start her poultry farm in Bulacan. How to
Poultry?
start po. Yes po.
Poultry?
Yes, sir.
Anong kailangan niya?
Information.
Information?
Ganun ka-generic.
Ganun ka-generic. Kung information, mag-login kayo doon sa KAAYO Facebook group, no? Para alam namin kung ano talagang specific na kailangan. Kung training, ay sabi ko nga sa inyo, ATI yun. Sabi namin kanina, no? ATI, lilink namin ko sa ATI para doon sa training. At doon sa iba pang technical aspect, pwede pa rin na kayo namin may link sa DAI. No? Ngayon, kung load ang kailangan nyo, handa na kayong magnegosyo ng poultry, ililink namin kayo kina Evelyn sa ACPC. No? So, ganun lang yun.
Thank you, sir. And the third question is from Miss Justina Gutierrez. Ano po ang pwedeng loan? O, ito para sa ACPC and land pang siguro to. Para sa mga nag-for good na. Ma'am Emmeline and Mr. David Nan.
Ano project again? Para alam din na Emmeline. Anong...
ano daw po yung loan na pwede para sa mga nag-for good? Siguro bumalik na po siya dito sa Pinas. Hindi na siya babalik abroad.
Nariyan ba si Evelyn? Evelyn? Or Maya?
Emmeline o Mayet?
Good afternoon po. Ako na lang po sir yung sasagot for ACPC. So yung sa mga credit programs po na available po ay actually po yung pang OFW talaga is yung pre-set nga po kanina ni Executive Director, yung agri-negosyo for OFW ay yun po ay para sa mga repatriated or nawalan po ng trabaho because of pandemic. Pero kung kayo naman po ay hindi po nabilang doon sa mga repatriated OFWs, pwede po kayong mag-apply doon sa aming mga regular programs po. So, una-una po, we have the program para sa mga kabataan. Kung meron pong mga anak kayo na between 18 to 30 years old, we have the KAAYO or the Capital Access for Young Agripreneur loan program. And meron din naman po kaming regular na agri-negosyo. So, ang mga pwede mag-apply doon ay mga individual farmers or fisher folk po. So, kung kayo po ay meron na mga existing na kayo po existing na nagsasaka na or nangingisda, so basta registered po kayo sa RSBSA, maaari po kayo maka-avail doon. Or kung meron naman din po kayong mga registered mga agribusiness, so pwede po kayong mag-apply doon sa ating agri-negosyo for micro and small enterprises. So maraming type of mga loan programs po na ino-offer ang ACPC. Para po sa karagdagang impormasyon, maaari po kayong mag-login sa aming online portal, yung sa ACPC Access, para mabasa nyo po lahat ng available credit programs po na meron ang Department of Agriculture ACPC. Yun po.
Thank you, Ms. Mayet. May follow-up question po ito. If in case the business didn't work out, is there any options how to pay back the loan? Yan. Kapag lugi o hindi, naging success.
Ay, ayan, mangungutang pero baka daw, hindi nag-work out. O paano? Ay, sisingilip pa rin, Mayet, sagutin mo.
Tama po. Mahirap naman po na umpisa pa lang, hindi pa tayo nag-uumpisa ng negosyo, iniisip na natin na hindi magsasucceed. Siguro doon po natin magagamit yung mga trainings or other information po na makukuha natin para lang ma-ensure natin na yung ipuput up po natin na negosyo ay talagang magsasucceed. Kasi mahirap yung umpisa pa lang po, yun agad yung iniisip natin . Pero just in case po na worst case, ganun yung mangyari, meron naman po tayong, kunyari po, yung reason kung bakit hindi nag-succeed yung negosyo is because of calamity. So, mag-avail na lang siguro tayo ng mga insurance po. Meron naman tayong mga free insurance for yung crop insurance natin na pinoprovide po ng PCI, Philippine Crop Insurance. And meron din naman po, yun pong kung hindi magsasucceed, pwede po kayo makipag-negotiate with our partner conduit kasi sila naman po yung in charge sa pag-implement po ng program. So kung meron po kayong kailangan lead time para po mabayaran yung loan ninyo, mapag-uusapan naman po yun doon po sa aming mga partner lending conduits. So yun po.
Dagdagan ko lang kay Maya. Tama yung kanyang concern kasi pag nagutang ka, yan ang magandang tanong. Ibig sabihin, sigurado, ano yan, seryoso siya. Kasi pag nangutang ka, hindi naman 100% sure ka na mag-o-okay yung negosyo mo. Ngayon kung pumasok ka sa agriculture, talaga may risk, no? Kaya ang suggestion namin sa inyo, bago nyo pasukin yung negosyo sa agriculture o agribusiness, tignan nyo mabuti kung ano ang risk na involved. Ngayon kung because of calamities, ang payo namin sa inyo ay magpa-insure kayo sa PCIC. Yeah? So meron tayong insurance under PCIC, no? Para ma-cover kung sakaling binagyo o ano man nangyari, peste sa inyong project sa agriculture, may sasagot, no? Tapos ang ACPC program, at siguro sasabihin dito ng land bank, no? Pagka ang dahilan ng failure ay kalamidad o iba pang bagay na hindi nyo naman sinasadya, no? Ay pwedeng i-restructure, ang tawag dyan, loan restructuring. So pag-uusapan nyo yan doon sa inutangan nyo na conduit, cooperative o bangko, at titingnan kung paano nyo mababayaran yung inyong inutang. Kasi pagkakaiba po dito, pag utang ay talagang babayaran.
Thank you, Sir Ramon. Siguro hingan din po natin ang land bank kung ano po yung pwedeng loan para sa mga nag-for good na. Meron po ba ang Land Bank of the Philippines?
Hello ma'am, good afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Apo, kagaya nga po doon sa pinresent namin, available po yung OFW Reintegration Program. Programa po ito, partnership ng OWA at Land Bank. Para po ito sa ating mga kababayang nag-for good na or kahit nasa ibang bansa pa rin as an alternative po sa overseas employment. Sa kanilang pagsisimula ng negosyo o kung may existing negosyo po ang ating mga kababayang OFWs, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So, from Mr. Alan Sarabia, meron po bang loan facility para ipambili ng property na gagawing farm? Ma'am Mayet and Sir David ulit.
Ma'am, for ACPC po, unfortunately, based on the program guidelines, hindi po tayo nagpa-finance ng acquisition ng mga properties or mga farm na lupa po. So, hindi ko pwedeng i-finance po yun ng ACPC.
Okay. Si Sir David? Sir?
Land bank.
Land bank?
For that po, I would have to check po muna.
Ayan, sige. Sir Alden pala. Alden. Sorry. Alright, so from Ronely, to whom we can liaise sa mga training and seminar kung nasa Singapore siya. Saan po siya lalapit? Pwede bang direkta o dadaan sa labat? Sa ano po ito? Sa ATI? Mamawi?
Yes po. For Agricultural Training Institute, no, for our courses, you can directly access naman through yung sinabi natin kanina na website natin, www.extension.gov.ph.
Okay, so Ma'am Sir Johnson, kung sakaling hindi siya maka-access sa Central ATI, ano po bang facilitation ang pwedeng gawin po ng ating labat? Nandiyan po ba si Sir? Alright, so we'll proceed. We'll proceed sa ating pong next question from Miss Maricel. Yung family daw po niya ay nasa Pilipinas at mag-undergo pa rin daw po ba ng training. Kung gusto niya, halimbawa raw po sa training in doing business proposal. Baka ito po ay kung mag-a-apply siya ng ng loan. Mamayet.
Hello ma'am.
Yes po.
Ano po yung question kung training?
Yung family daw po niya ay nasa Pilipinas. Kailangan pa din daw bang mag-undergo ng training regarding po sa preparation ng business proposal?
For the business planning workshop po, ma'am, kailangan po kung sino po yung mismong aplikante, siya po yung mag-attend po ng mga workshop po nun para for the business planning preparation. So, hindi po pwede yung family members nila na nandito. So, ang maaari po nilang gawin is kung kunyari po, currently nagtatrabaho pa sila abroad at gusto nilang mag-apply po ng loan sa ECPC para po i-finance or kailangan nila ng working capital doon sa kanilang mga agribusiness. Ang sinasuggest po namin, kung sino po yung mga kapamilya nila na nandito na nagmamanage po ng negosyo, sila na lang po yung mag-apply sa ECPC. So, sabi ko nga po, hindi lang, ang programa po ay hindi lang para sa mga OFW. So, pero pwede din pong mag-avail yung mga kapamilya ng mga kababayan nating OFW na currently engaged po sa agriculture. So, yun po yung isang option na parang hindi na sila yung mag-apply, yung mga, bigyan po nila ng kabuhayan or pangapital yung mga kapamilya nila po na nandito sa Pilipinas. So, yun po.
Thank you, Ma'am Mayet. The next question is from Mr. Mark Palma. Saan po pwedeng maka-access ng agricultural machineries and equipment? Wala pong specific business to generic query din po ito. Sir Mon?
Ang program ng may program ng Department of Agriculture sa farm machinery, no? Pero kailangan member ka ng mga cooperative or association, no? So makipag-ugnayan kayo doon sa inyong barangay, sa inyong lugar, munisipyo, at pumunta kayo lang doon sa pinakamalapit na municipal agricultural office, no? Para doon sa farm machinery program ng Department of Agriculture. In particular, kung nasa rice kayo, yun, nagbibigay ang Department of Agriculture ng farm machineries. Kung loan naman, sasagutin na ng land bank kasi pwede fixed asset acquisition yan na type of loan. Land bank or ACPC kung mag-loan sila for farm machinery.
Thank you, sir. And from Ms. Raquel Malana, paano po yung payment ng loan? Ms. Mayet and...
Sige po. Kung kayo po ay mag-a-avail po ng loan sa ECPC, so yung payment terms po ay mapag-uusapan po ito pag na-approve na po ang yung mga loan application doon po sa aming mga partner lending conduit. So yung term po and yung haba ng term ng loan at yung mode of payment po ay magdedepende doon sa inyong proposed project. So pag na-evaluate po ito ng aming mga partner lending conduit, i-check po nila yung cash flow po ng negosyo, saka po nila i-identify yung term ng loan po and yung schedule po ng inyong pagbabayad. So, yun po.
Maximum nila 5 years. Up to 5 years.
Alright.
So, mahaba-haba yun. Tapos yung sa ACPC loan, 0% interest. Pero dahil may mga conduit sila, cooperative or bank, no, na partner ng ACPC, may service fee. Service fee. No? So, up to 3.5%. Depende sa mapuntahan nyo. May co-op na mas mababa ng service fee. No? So, makipag-ugnayan lang kayo sa ECPC at talungin nyo sinong conduit nyo. Sa land bank naman, may interest. Yan, sasabihin ng land bank, 7.5% per annum may interest. No? Pero ang pagkakaiba naman ng land bank, yan? Mas malalaki ang amount na makukuha yung loan. So, ganoon lang kayo. Pumili kayo ng loan facility, whether ACPC yan or land bank, tingnan nyo kung ano yung mas appropriate doon sa inyong business. Siniisip yung type of business. No? So, ganyan na lang titingnan. Pare-pareho kaming gobyerno. So, pumili lang kayo ng nararapat doon sa inyong particular na business. No?
Thank you po, sir. So from Mr. Oliver Bilowan, aside from loan programs and trainings, is there a program po to help first-time farmers link up with potential buyers? Sa atin ito, sir.
Ano? Yung program po.
Buyers po, linkage, market linkage po.
Ay,
Kung first-time
sa iyo yan.
farmer.
Ikaw sumagot, ay abas yan, market linkage.
Yes po, katulad po ng napakita namin sa ABP, isa po sa mandato po ng AMAS ay yung market linkage. Importante lang po ay ang advanced coordination, kasi ang normally nangyayari po harvesting time na, saka lang po nakikipag-coordinate sa amin. Mas maganda po since meron po tayong regional counterparts, no? Nationwide po yan. Ang tawag po sa kanila ay Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Division. So makipag-ugnayan po kayo sa kanila directly. Or dun nga po sa ating KAAYO help desk. No? Pag mag-i-start na po kayo ng business, importante po kasi talaga yung market muna. So yun po yung aking maiksing response. Next, ito po ay follow-up question ng nagtanong kanina. Am I qualified for the loan because I'm not an OFW? I'm married to a foreigner but I am working. What are your requirements? Ma'am Mayet, sa'yo po ito.
So, unang-una ma'am, na-present din po kanina ni Executive Director. So, ang kailangan po is dapat lahat po ng aplikante sa kahit anong programa po na meron ang ECPC, dapat po nandito na sila sa Pilipinas. So, regardless po kung sila ay, dapat po 100% Filipino-owned din po yung negosyo. So, dapat po nandito siya sa Pilipinas. At the same time po, siguro yung kanyang nationality, baka Filipino pa rin naman siya. Pwede po din po siyang mag-apply. So, yun po yung isang requirement lang. Dapat nandito siya and then mako-comply din po niya yung other eligibility requirements po na meron po yung programa.
Okay, so ang next question naman po natin ay para kay Sir Dennis. May specific po bang requirements para maka-avail ng OFW Rice Program? Sir Dennis?
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Regarding dun po sa... Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Tungkol po dun sa tanong, ang OFW Rice po ay ginaganap po yan every month po. Yung webinar po is a 4-day series. So, abang-abangan nyo na lang po yung ating mga advertisement sa FB page, sa FB, para makasali po kayo. Then pangalawa po, meron po itong stand-alone, kumbaga, learn at home yung OFW Rice Program, po. So, ang mga requirements po, simple lang po, must be a returning worker, po, and yung desire po ninyo na magkaroon ng negosyo, sariling negosyo, pagkatapos ng inyong overseas employment. Po. May mga documentary requirements din po at ang mga detalye po niyan ay mas maganda po kung kayo ay mag-connect po sa amin dahil nandito sa NRCO po, yung National Integration Center for OFWs, para ma-assist po namin yung kinakailangang mga dokumento para makapag-apply kayo sa aming programa, itong OFW Rice, po. So, yun po. Thank you po.
Ayan, so thank you, Sir Dennis. Meron pa po bang iba? Baka gusto nyo po mag-raise ng hands yung mga nasa Zoom. Kasi so far ay wala na po tayong written question po dito na na-receive from our technical team. Alright, pwede naman po yan. Kung kayo po nahihiya magtanong, sabi nga kanina, yun po sa KAAYO, mag-register lang po kayo doon at any technical support po or questions po ninyo, we will facilitate po ito para po mabigyan po ng katugunan. Ayan, sa KAAYO Help Desk po. Ipadala lamang po ninyo ito at kaagad-agad kayo po ay tutugunin ng ating team. And gusto ko rin pong i-encourage ang lahat na i-access din po ninyo ang aming official Facebook dahil kung gusto niyo po ng panimulang mga agribusiness opportunities, mapapanood niyo po yung mga senior po ng ating mga experts from DA family at saka yung po mga talagang entrepreneurs po natin para po rin magkaroon po kayo ng idea. Okay, so to formally, wala na po tayong question. Thank you so much po sa lahat ng ating mga resource persons and yung representatives po nila, and we will now proceed to the closing remarks na po tayo, no? Ng ating pong labat.
Commercial lang.
Sir? Sige sir, go ahead.
Commercial lang. Hindi, bago magwakas, gusto ko talaga hikayatin kayo na pumasok sa pag-negosyo. Kasi alam mo, yung hindi permanente ang pagtira sa ibang bansa. Marami nag-iisip na gusto rin bumalik pagkaraan ng ilang taon. Yung napanood nyo kanina, yun ay isang OFW galing Singapore na matapos ng ilang taon, ay bumalik siya at nagtayo nga ng negosyo. Ngayon, ang paghikayat namin sa inyo na pumasok kayo sa agriculture at okay agribusiness, gaya na sinabi ni Mimi doon sa video, dahil ito yung madaling pasukan negosyo. Una, dahil food is essential. So lagi may demand. Pag sinabi mong agri-food sector, lagi may demand yan. So hindi nawawala ang demand. Whether domestic market, no? Kagaya ngayon, mataas na ang demand for food sa Pilipinas dahil umaangat na ang purchasing power ng ating mga kababayan. No? Nagkakaroon na tayo ng middle income class. So lumalakas ang kanilang paghahanap ng mga quality food products. No? Ito pinakikita ko sa inyo ngayon. Example to. Ito ay ginawa ng isang bata. Nagpa-contest kami sa kabataan para nga ma-encourage sila to engage in agribusiness or agriculture. No? Nagpa-contest kami. Around 1,200 have won 50,000 grant each. No? So itong sample na ito'y 26 years old ang gumawa nito. Yung raw material niya galing sa nakilala niya doon sa Kabataan Agribis. So galing Mindanao, siya taga Baguio. Ngayon, nagpo-produce siya nito at nakakabenta na siya sa Metro Manila hanggang Davao. No? And he's only 26 years old. So maraming ganong example na nagsisimula ng maliit tapos unti-unting lumalago. Itong isang example ko sa inyo ay si Green Life. Kilala ko ang nagnegosyo nito. Dati siyang magsasaka, coconut farmer to. Tapos matagal sa kooperatiba. After that, naisip niya magnegosyo. At ito ang kanyang naisip na negosyo, VCO. Ngayon, nakaka-export na siya sa US at Europe. At yun ang bumubuhay na sa kanyang buong pamilya. So may pag-asa ang pagnegosyo, pumasok na pagnegosyo sa agriculture at agribusiness. No? Na mahirap sa simula pero magandang pasukan. At kami naman sa under 1DA approach nga ay nagsama-sama kami, isang pamilya kami ng mga ahensya. Iba-iba kaming ahensya na handang tumulong sa mga gustong mag-engage sa agriculture at sa agribusiness. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat sa pagbibigay ng pagkakataon na daupang palad kayo. God bless.
Thank you, sir. So to formally end our program, let us welcome our labor attaché, Margarita Eugenia Victorino of Philippine Overseas Labor Office in Singapore. Sir.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I don't think I could have ended the program in a better note than Director Yedra. On behalf po of the Department of Labor and Employment, nagpapasalamat po kami sa Overseas Workers Welfare Administration at sa Department of Agriculture for hosting this National Information Campaign on Agri-Kabuhayan for Overseas Filipinos. Katulad po ng nasabi ng ating mga presenters at contributors to this afternoon's program, Siguro po kung talagang may ensure natin ang pag-usad ng ating bansa in the midst of this very challenging pandemic that we are all facing. Sa ating mga kababayan sa Pilipinas, gano'n na rin po sa ating mga kababayan sa lahat ng dako sa buong mundo po, no? Agriculture will certainly play a very crucial factor. Katulad po ng nasabi ng ating host kanina when she presented, 43% of the country's labor force is contributed by the agricultural sector. So, natutuwa po kami ng aking mga kasamahan sa Philippine Overseas Labor Offices in Malaysia, in Brunei, and especially here in Singapore for this opportunity this afternoon na makapakinig at matuto ng iba't ibang programa ng Department of Agriculture, ng OWA, at ganoon na rin po ng iba't ibang financing programs ng handog ng Agricultural Credit Policy Council at ng Land Bank. I am sure that this afternoon's activity will open many more queries coming from our kababayans here in Singapore. Sana po we will be able to continue the coordination with the Department of Agriculture through all the offices which presented this afternoon, and also po doon sa aming talagang partner, ang ating OWA National Reintegration Center through Mr. Dennis. Kamusta po, Mr. Dennis? We finally meet in person, although virtually. On behalf po again of the Department of Labor at ang aming pinamahal na Secretary na Silvestre Bello III, Director Yedra, maraming salamat po, and to the rest of the DA team for this activity. We hope that it is the first of many more to come in the weeks and the months ahead. Kailangan po talagang matuto ng ating mga kababayan ng mga ganitong programa. At tama po yung sinabi ni Director Yedra, hindi po nagtatapos ang buhay ng ating mga OFWs sa kanilang pagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa. At marami naman po talagang opportunities na naghihintay sa kanila kapag sila po ay nakauwi na sa Pilipinas, katulad po ng lahat ng ating pinag-usapan ngayong hapon. Mga kababayan, mga minamahal naming mga overseas Filipinos, ating pong tandaan na sa agrikultura, hindi lamang po ang ating bansa ang aasenso. Sa agri-negosyo, lahat po tayo ay walang talo. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Mag-iingat po kayo at sa muli nating pagkikita, magpagpalain po tayo ng ating Panginoong may kapal. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you po, Labat Victorino. So sa ating pong mga kabayan at kaayo na hindi pa rin po nakapag-answer nung kanilang CSF, we continue to encourage you. Please answer the CSF. Importante po yon sa aming site para po mas ma-enhance pa natin. Ito po ang ating virtual services na ito. So ito po ay makikita sa ating link na tinyurl.com/CSF. And of course, para po sa iba pa po ninyong katanungan, please join our official Facebook closed group. Just type in KAAYO Help Desk and hit join. So lahat po ng inyong katanungan, pwede nyo pong ibato dyan at yan po ay aming bibigyan ng kasagutan sa pamamagitan po ng ating mga partners from DA family at kahit po sa labas po ng DA, yung mga private sector partners po natin. So before we say goodbyes, again, mag-photo op muna po tayo ulit. Paki-open po ng ating mga cameras and show our big smile. Yan. Camille and Faye.
Yes, ma'am. Okay po.
Please
Pa-open na lang
facilitate.
po ng camera.
Show your smile.
Okay, first stage po ulit tayo. 1, 2, 3, smile. 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 Okay, next stage po. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, smile po. Ayan, thank you po.
Ayan, so thank you team. Maraming salamat pong muli sa ating mga resource
thank you.
persons. Sir,
Oy,
Sir
thank
Mon,
you sa
thank
mga
you.
umattend. Thank you sa
Opo,
mga lahat ng
salamat.
umattend. Nakikita ko na ngayon sila. Thank you.
Salamat mga kabayan
Nakita.
and kaayo.
Singapore at saka Malaysia. No? Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat po, Polo, sa Polo.
Yes, sa ating mga partners, thank you po. Thank you. Ingat po.
Mga labor
God bless us all.
God bless. God bless. God bless.
Ito ng bagong pananaw sa produksyon, malakas ang kooperasyon. Katuwang ng mga magsasaka, pamahalaan at pribadong sektor. Dadagdagan ang kaalaman sa kabuhayan. Sa negosyo, pahusayin ang kakayahan. Angkop at bagong teknolohiya, subsidyo, patubig at infrastruktura. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Masaganang ani, mataas na kita, maunlad na buhay ng mga magsasaka at mga mangingisda. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Masaganang ani, mataas na kita, maunlad na buhay ng mga magsasaka at mga mangingisda. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Masaganang ani, mataas na kita, maunlad na buhay ng mga magsasaka at mga mangingisda. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa. Siguradong pagkain sa buong bansa.